from the Big Apple,
the premier behind-the-scenes podcast all about Big Apple Live.
the cast, the music, the laughs.
50 years of funny.
Live, laugh, love, and love laughing.
Hold for laughs.
Just read the cards.
And oral history.
And now your hosts, Billy and TJ. Okay, welcome back to the pod. It's here. I'm Billy Rockwell. It's here.
It's here.
I'm Billy Rockwell with my man TJ Hunter's Cap. What's going on, TJ?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. It's been a minute. I wanted to talk to you about 4th of July.
4th of July. You know, I realized the other day, we're going to talk about 4th of July. But before we do that, I realized at the top of the show, I never say we're both two Big Apple Live castmates. And we're here talking about Big Apple Live with some of our buds.
Do you think someone clicking on this doesn't know that already?
Absolutely. People,
Okay.
This is back to my thing of like, people on the internet don't know what's going on. They're so confused.
Right. It's people just get online and are sort of just mystified about what they're seeing all the time.
That's right. Yeah, I think it's like they stumble into a store and they don't know where they are. Are there bagels here? And sir, this is a J.C. Penney. July is my favorite month.
4th of July, yeah.
Yeah, 4th of July. 4th of July. Talk about it to me, TJ.
Yeah, so I celebrated 4th of July the same way I always do, which is go around and sort of snitch on anybody who's lighting up fireworks, because that's a big no-no.
You do love snitching.
Yeah.
How many did you get?
I got into like maybe 2 to 3 snitching before I was very quickly a big mob appeared of folks who just ran me out of town.
TJ, what are you talking about? That's bad.
They strapped me to a big firework.
Okay, you started snitching on people. They got wind of that. They strapped you to a firework?
Yeah.
How big is this firework?
It was huge. It was one of these Acme fireworks.
Oh, I have seen those. That's some of the best companies, our Acme stuff.
Yeah. So,
did you hear about that from your friend? Your high-pitched voice friend? That guy you introduced me to? I can't remember his name, but he meeps a lot.
Oh, Double R.
Yeah, Double
R.
R.
What I call him. Yeah.
Double R introduced you to those Acme stuff?
Yes. That's how I first learned about them.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, the night ended with me sort of just picking up the pieces of my body in the hospital. I'm doing much better now.
What? Jeez, that's 3 weeks ago, TJ. You're doing much better.
Well, that's why it took a while. If we're time stamping this, it took a while for me to recover to be able to record this. You know?
Good night. That is harrowing.
Good morning.
Yeah, TJ,
Anyway, how was your 4th?
Nothing like that.
It didn't mirror my experience at all?
Not at all. I just had like a nice chill time with the wife.
Your wife?
A few of the kids. Yeah, my wife. A few of the kids on the porch just hanging out. But, this kind of does bring to mind. We are up in the hills above Pasadena. And I got to say, there's like jaggedy cliffs around. Mm-hmm. And I did see a fellow kind of shoot out off of one of those cliffs far away, so I couldn't really see.
That was probably me.
Did you hold up a little sign and kind of linger in the air for a moment and then drop down?
The sign said help.
TJ, if I could have read that, I would have helped you. How could I have helped you at that moment?
If there was any way you could have sort of used a bow and arrow to kind of shoot down the rocket.
Well, see, I agree that would help. But, with my luck, I would have shot you right in the eye.
That's true.
That's not help.
You're sort of the Cupid of the eyeballs.
I do like to think of myself that way. That's a really kind way to
Outside of you
reframe my
just wearing
terrible
diapers.
TJ, I do talk about that now because of the Depends sponsorship.
Of course.
But I still feel a little weird about it.
Hey, it's all natural. You know,
It
we
is all
started with
natural.
diapers. We're going to end with diapers. You know, why not just get started now?
That's the circle of life, folks. And we got Ciaran Dwyer on the show today.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God,
Such a huge fan of this guy.
Oh, what a great conversation we had.
Yeah, it was great. He's one of the most international guests we've had.
I'd say one of the most. Ciaran, he was, of course, competing with in the likes of Jim Carrey, Mr. Elastic, they called him, with his silly faces.
Yes.
He was such a huge breath of fresh air on the show. 2002, I think he started.
Mm-hmm. For a long time on the show, everybody was sort of holding their breath and gasping for air, and he was that breath of fresh air.
Yeah, that's
let
right.
Everyone just exhale, and just feel like, you know, they're safe. You know, we're safe.
Yeah, you could say he blew in from Cork. On weirdly, we get into it, but he told us on an ocean liner he does not fly. Ciaran, he won't fly, and you might remember him, folks at home. You might remember his sketch, the overly appreciative sheep farmer.
Oh, classic sketch.
Crack me up.
So funny the way he was able to play that sheep.
Yeah, Ma, what's after happening with me? His famous thing.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, I love that.
We also talk about his trajectory into his new corporate life, which is pretty interesting. I wouldn't see him going into this myself, but you'll hear what he has to say about that.
It's so interesting seeing where people end up after BAL. It's like a fraternity. Mm-hmm. And Bjorn's the fraternity dad. And we all go our separate ways.
We go our separate ways, but we all just, we'll do anything for our pops,
Yeah, and speaking of our pops, let's get into it with Ciaran Dwyer. Here he is. Hey, Ciaran, great. Welcome to the show.
How are you, lads? Great to be here. Good to see us. Good to see us.
Oh, it's great to see you, Ciaran.
A beloved cast member after our time, but I got to tell you, every time I would tune in and you'd be on the screen, cracking me up.
The feeling is mutual, lads. I have to say, I remember being a child watching you guys on TV, and I have to say, brilliant. Just brilliant what you were doing.
Oh, my goodness. Tip of the hat to you. Tip of the hat.
I love your work.
Oh, who, TJ or me, Billy?
Both of you, to be honest. I mean, Billy, yourself, you had that sketch where you're driving the car and the wheels are like dogs. Brilliant.
Yeah, Ford Barkster was that sketch.
Yes.
Yeah, I would. My favorite part of that sketch was, I got a flat, I better give him some kibble.
Okay. Very brilliant, just brilliant.
A lot of people don't know that one. That's really nice that you bring that one up, Ciaran.
I think it was cut for time, wasn't it, or something like that?
Well, yeah, it was cut for content, technically. Because halfway through, I would get really emotional and talk about all the dogs I've lost. And Bjorn
Didn't love that bit as much.
Yeah, that's what Bjorn said. Nobody had really seen it until, the last 10 years or so they started releasing BAL cut for time sketches on YouTube. But technically that was, cut for content.
Yeah. And TJ, you had that sketch where you're the surfer and you're talking to the sun.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, and I try to steal the sunglasses from the sun. To
he didn't like that.
Oh yeah, he didn't like that. That was also a cut for content sketch because I got really emotional about my time as a surf bro. Because people listening to this, if they don't know, you have a bit of an accent. I used to have a bit of an accent. I was actually born and raised in Australia for a few months, and I used to,
Wait,
surf.
a few months,
quite
and
a
you
bit
picked up
there.
you picked up the accent from a few months in Australia.
That's why it's gone. That's why it's gone.
But
Okay.
at what age? So you were what age? How many months old were you when you moved to America?
Oh, it was like 32.
32 months.
No, I was 32 years old.
Okay. So, Ciaran, that's usually...
I was a teenager in Australia for a few months. Is I guess the way I should have said that.
No, you were your full life until 32 in Australia. That's what you said, right? Is that wrong?
Do you not know what months and day? Like, are you confused about what months are?
Well, months are like how do I describe this? Months.
How are you having trouble describing what months are? I would think they'd be.
It's pretty basic.
Yeah.
Okay, so like 1 month is like 2 days, right?
No.
And if that was
Absolutely
the
not.
case, you should be going the other way. Even less so talking about months as a unit of time.
Right.
How long do you think a day is?
2 minutes?
You think a day is 2 minutes?
Yeah, this is so far, this is one of the longest years I've had.
How
TJ,
long is a year? Do you think?
Ooh, about like 6 months.
A year is 6 months, which is a 2-minute day, which is 4 minutes is a month.
Listen, I'm not a mathematician here. Okay.
No, but even mathematicians would, like, even the normal person would. This is basic knowledge, I would think.
Oh, well, I learned math in Australia, so that's a very different, they do math a little bit differently over there.
I don't know about that, though. I feel like it's the same
Math.
unit of measurements are the same everywhere.
Okay, I'm just going to agree to disagree on that one.
Fair enough, TJ. Hey, you know what, Ciaran? Sometimes we don't know what's going on with TJ, but he still seems to come through in the end.
That's why I love his time on the show so much, kind of thing.
I love it too. And
does anybody else smell fireworks smoke?
Oh, that's right. There has been a bit of an issue with Ciaran had a bit of a merry melody of a time on 4th of July. Y'all don't have, of course, you don't celebrate the American Independence Day over there, Ciaran.
No, we wouldn't. There's not really much to. Well, I mean, we every day when it's the 4th of July, we go, oh.
Do people do a little? Hey, that's over.
Look at that there. How about that?
You'd maybe go like, all right, yeah, that's today, but you wouldn't.
Yeah,
you'd never do. Oh, my friend is American. Actually, she had a barbecue this year, but I couldn't make it. But it wouldn't be a big deal now.
Yeah, of course. Is there an equivalent where everybody celebrates like national identity in Ireland?
I suppose St. Patrick's Day would be it. But the new thing is St. Bridget's Day, which is a new holiday that they kind of just came up with during COVID. And St. Bridget would be like the unofficial patron saint of Ireland in a bit more of a like St. Patrick's so well known, and we're like, oh, let's give St. Bridget's the real great one. So we're big fans of that. It's a new one.
Yeah, it drove all the lizards out.
Yeah. She drove all the dogs out or something.
There you are. Yeah. Wonderful.
A different reptile.
Is that how you celebrate the holiday?
Yes. Yeah, you go to the pet shop, pick up a few lizards, and then just chuck them out. Like,
now this sounds like Big Apple Live already.
Yeah. That's a sketch in itself.
TJ, I didn't know if Ciaran was going to be still in a comedy mind. This guy's you're doing business now.
He's all business, especially as you can tell from all that math talk earlier.
Yeah.
To you, that was math talk, TJ. Yep.
You mean the days and months of the year? That's math talk?
I don't know, math talk. You're sort of a business guy. You work with numbers now, I assume.
It's true. Spreadsheets, files.
Mm-hmm.
I've left the comedy life behind, to be honest. I decided after a certain point, enough's enough. There's been enough laughs. It's time to get real.
You sound fed up with comedy.
I'm sick of laughing. Sometimes I would laugh so much that I'd be out of breath. And I could use that same breath to like negotiate a deal with a client, maybe. So that's what's really important to me now.
Fair enough. Different strokes for different folks. I gotta say though, such a funny person. I gotta assume that comedy bleeds into your life and business. Is that the case at all? What type of company are you at? I should ask first.
I'm in a company. So here's what our business, we call it a business model in the biz. This is our business model. We find orphanages. We will buy them up and sell them on for a huge profit. Profit is our middle name here. So you find a place that barely exists anymore, but these places where children.
All right.
What did I do?
Well, orphans are people too, so I think
that's not what I meant at all.
They exist.
You're totally right, TJ. I just feel maybe it's different in Ireland, but here we have like a foster
Orphanages
system.
exist. They're open, 562 days out of a year.
You're saying days again in a way that you just said a minute ago. You think there's only 6 months in a year,
and a month is 4.
Well, time's different for orphans.
Okay. Yeah. You got
okay.
You got a bit of a fuse left on your shoulder. I think you might want to brush that off.
Sorry.
Yeah, a little bit of fuse. So you come in as
I got a little bit of a fuse on me, and it sounds like you guys are a little confused, huh?
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
And that's a classic TJ ender.
That's why I watch the show, guys. That's why I watch the show.
Lovely to hear. And hey, that's why we watched it for your 7 years. Now, Ciaran, so you're saying you come in, you find an orphanage, you buy that orphanage full of children looking for families who have lost their parents, hopefully caring adults, caring for those children, underfunded places, and you don't necessarily do you fix them up? Do you care for these children?
Oh, the children are not our problem. They come with the place, but we're here for the building. We're here for the land value. So we might use the children to fix it up and maybe put them to work. Tell them they'll get parents if they do a good job. They don't. But we'll just flip it around and we'll make a hefty profit, and then we'll just free the kids.
Wow.
Yeah, let the kids be free then after that. So
this is sorry, if I heard this right. Is that considered child labor?
It's certainly a gray area because they are they kind of they don't have to work.
Black or white area.
Seems black or white to me as well.
It's a gray area.
Okay.
We'd call it a gray area in the biz because you see the kids don't have to work for us. They just don't know that they are free to go.
I see.
We just try to refrain from telling them, and they just assume that they're meant to be doing it.
And probably you're giving them like really like easy stuff to do. I would assume that's basically play. Is that right? Or
well, I suppose it depends how you define play. You see, the other day did you ever see that picture of them building the Empire State Building, and it's the guys on the steel beam?
Adult men. Yeah, that sit there for lunch. Yeah,
they're having lunch. They have their little lunch pails with them,
swinging their tootsies.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Precisely. Now imagine that same photo, except instead of adult men, it's orphan children, and instead of having lunch, they are hungry and without food.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Okay, I can picture it.
Well, look, I don't like it either, but I do love profit.
I think that's become clear, Ciaran. So you're coming in, you're buying orphanages, putting children to work against their will, promising them parents that you never deliver on, and then somehow flipping orphanages for profit. Yeah. And who's buying these orphanages and making, you know what I'm saying? Who's interested?
Look, people want luxury condos. So one thing I've learned. People are crying out for luxury condos.
Yes, we have a lot of that here in Los Angeles, yes.
I'd say so. We have a housing crisis here in Dublin, so it's a hot market if you can get into it. And one thing we don't have a crisis of is an orphan crisis, not yet. I suspect years down the line, that'll become a thing. But right now, it's all about luxury condos. So that's our thing.
Yeah, I visited Ireland a couple years ago, and I do have to say I met one person who seemed to be going through this housing crisis, and she was outside every day, and I don't. It was awful to see. She's standing there. She's selling her wares out of what looks to be a wheelbarrow. People are just all the time, every day, coming up and touching her.
Are you referring to Molly Malone? The Molly Malone statue?
Her name was Molly.
Yeah, no, that was a statue. I think you're talking about a statue.
Very shiny in one area. She's very shiny.
Yeah, that's a statue.
She was statuesque, I agree. But for people like Molly, I do think this is important that we get housing.
Just you seem to think that Molly's a real person. That was just a statue. That was a stationary, not alive statue that you were.
We had a conversation.
Did you though?
This reminds me of when I met Batman recently in Burbank.
At the AMC?
You met Batman?
Outside the AMC?
Yeah. Batman sort of just hangs out outside the AMC in downtown Burbank here in Los Angeles.
Batman?
The Batman. And some people might say he also is just stationary. He also might be a statue. But that's sort of the vibe the Batman gives.
That's true.
He's kind of a brooding figure. He doesn't say much. Unless you're Commissioner Gordon.
He'll talk to him.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That makes sense, but yeah, me and TJ, we're always making friends everywhere we go. Not a lot of conversation, but a lot of tips we give them. But anyway,
it seems like you're just talking to statues, guys.
I
did
know about that.
I had a convo about this recently, with one of our heroes.
I think you're gonna say a statue. It just seems to me like...
No, here's the thing. The statues you've been listing, those people all, Batman, Molly Malone, I concede maybe those are statues. Standing up, right?
Right.
This fellow I talked to, sitting down.
Sitting down.
Statues don't sit.
Can I guess where this was?
I would love for you to.
Was this in D.C.?
Yes, Washington, D.C. to be precise. The District of Columbia. Yeah, so
Okay.
I was there a few years ago. Talking about this very thing about how I keep having conversations with people and they don't talk back. And this fellow, he just let me talk. It was like therapy. So I do got to get back to DC and talk to my therapist.
This was a few years ago. Was this in 2021?
Yeah, that's correct.
Was this in January?
Yeah, early January.
Okay.
What were you doing there? What'd you head down for?
Just kind of following my heart.
Oh, like you were like pursuing love or something?
That's sweet.
That's right.
Very sweet.
And this guy, he understood it all. Big hat, tall hat. Big hat, tall hat. I got up in his lap. Boy, I haven't felt comfort like that.
This has become Dr. Seuss all of a sudden.
I got up and I spat into my cravat. And now, Ciaran, you had moving on.
Just to go back to, what did you do after you talked to the statue? I'm just a bit interested about your trip to Washington.
Gets blurry. There's kind of a foggy part in my brain. And I'll tell you this. I woke up in the Outback Steakhouse. Next thing I knew.
Wow.
Yep. Outback Steakhouse. I had red hat on. That's weird. I don't usually... People who watch the show know I usually am wearing a flat cap. If I'm wearing a cap at all. Red hat. Weird.
Yeah, I watched you on Big Apple Live, and I would always remark that you were wearing a flat cap.
Yeah, I love the flat cap. I'd be puttering along. Hup, hup, hup. Oh, I've got a flat. Like my cap. Let me give you some kibble.
Great sketch.
Oh, yeah. So
one of the top
Cut for
sketches.
Now,
Shame.
Ciaran, moving on from this.
You don't want to sit on this topic more?
I just think we've talked about it a lot, and I don't know if I have more that I can remember.
I'd love to piece together what the blurriness of the rest of that day was, but if you want to move on, we could definitely move on.
I remember one word: Rotunda.
Oh.
Kind of bouncing around in my old brain. Rotunda. That's not important. I don't think... I have been getting a lot of calls from investigators.
Interesting. Like detectives?
Yeah, and I keep getting friend requests from Jimmy Pesto. Anyway, I do want to talk about your time at Big Apple Live. Now, like you said, you've moved on. And as I understand it, TLC is interested in doing a orphanage flipping show with you, a reality show. That's in the works.
It's true. Yeah, no, we're in talks. I am eager to stay outside the entertainment world. The showbiz life is not for me. First time I flipped an orphanage, I just knew, like, this is my future.
How does it make you feel when you flip an orphanage?
Just the look in the kids' faces when you're like, scram, get out of here.
You say
Beat it.
scram.
Once the orphanage is, or the luxury condo is finished and we've just sold it and we're shaking hands and there's a bunch of orphanages, a bunch of orphans hanging around, I go, hey.
Yes, so now that you say this, I remember that story. And they said you will tell them to scram, but ultimately anybody who buys a luxury condo, they have to house an orphan. Kind of a built-in. That's what the courts decided.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if it was up to me, people would get their condo, no strings attached. But the court said you can't just leave these kids outside. So the kid does come with the house now. So
what a bummer.
For some people, that's an adding point, and other people don't. It can ruin the deal, to be honest. But listen, it's a living, and it's quite lucrative. Unlike BAL, where I was not making that much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of us were paid too handsomely at Big Apple Live.
SNL, on the other hand, I'm sure would have got a bit of cash out of them, but for some reason, wasn't to be.
If you could trade Bjorn for Lorne, that's the high road. That's the easy life.
Hot
But how
dog.
did you get on the show in the first place? How did Bjorn reach out to you? How'd you start?
God, how did it happen? It's been so long. It feels like a different life now. I feel like I was performing.
Isn't that how it is with like time, right? Time can just feel like forever ago, or it could feel like 6 years ago.
That's true. Yeah. Although I feel like I'm talking more of like I obviously know it was a certain amount of years ago, which is a set amount of time. I feel like you're saying that time itself can change how much it is.
Yes, but I'm also saying that just the conversation we're having right now, it sort of feels like it's been a couple of years have gone by.
No, it's been like
judgmental, but
that seems like a
no, in a great way.
in a great way. Okay, yeah. Well, that's nicer.
Well, listen, I was actually performing at the Improv.
Heard of it?
Yeah,
That's a place in California.
That's correct. Yeah, you're a stand-up comedian. You started in stand-up.
Well, listen, I was a comedian. I was doing my set, as we call it in the biz. That's what comedians call their jokes, I suppose. And Bjorn was in the crowd, would you believe? And I was doing my classic routine of where like I'm kind of like, I think someone's over here, and then I do this or whatever, and then I think that someone's knocked me on the shoulder, so I have to turn around.
Oh.
And Bjorn was like, there's no one even behind him, but yet he's pretending like someone's after knocking him on the shoulder. Like, he's on his own up there, but yet you'd think that someone's pranking him, but it's just him. He's doing it all along, and he couldn't wrap his head around how I was doing this.
Wow.
So he
You
said,
were up there by yourself.
Yeah, I was on stage by myself.
That's Bjorn.
Yeah.
You were up there by yourself.
Yeah. He couldn't wrap his head around it. He was shook. He was he was like actually being a not good audience member, because he was like,
Heck, yeah.
What the fuck? What the hell? Whoa! I was like, hey, pal, could you just let me finish?
He sort of was accidentally heckling you during your set.
He didn't mean to, I don't think. But then I'd go like, who said that, or whatever, and he'd go, bah!
Yeah, he does
then,
throw his voice. He throws his voice,
does.
so you think it's coming from everywhere.
Exactly, yeah. And then I'd hit him with the old, my shoelace would be untied, I'd bend down to tie it, then I'd trip or whatever. And Bjorn was like, "What the fuck?
He's really puzzled by that.
Holy shit!"
Ciaran, it seems like I love your Bjorn impression, by the way. Really good. Ciaran,
Yeah, it's good.
Are you eating a banana?
really chowing down on it. Ciaran, it sounds like a lot of your act was kind of what a fourth grader might do just when they are goofing around with their friends. You had that big bunny ears bit.
Yeah, I do a bit of this.
Really good.
And Bjorn was like, "Oh, fucking shit, fuck."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, really. Again, it's like he's here.
yeah, right, thank you. I've actually, that's one thing, when you've worked in the show for long enough, you start to pick up his kind of nuances.
Totally. Totally.
When he brings you in for the writers' meeting on a Monday or whatever, and he'll say, "Oh, fuck, we have to do a show. Oh, only a couple more days till the show. Fuck." And there's a host. Oh,
Yeah, he's always so sweaty.
he's so sweaty. He's so stressed, and he starts like sobbing in front of everyone.
Yeah, and I didn't think that was today. That's
Every
today.
And for anybody listening to and thinking, "Oh, Bjorn has the easiest job," not true. Not true.
He has to remember that the show is on every single week.
Every week.
And every week, as we all know, could be decades.
No,
what I
That's
mean?
not. None of us know that.
you're saying that like we all should know it, but
Yeah, that's not agreed upon knowledge.
It feels like forever, is what I'm trying to say.
right, it can feel like forever. Yeah, but I think you're saying that it's
Sort of like this conversation.
in
a great way.
Oh, in a great way. Ciaran, so you got out of that stand-up, you got your audition. I heard you did a big atomic wedgie bit in your
Oh,
audition. Just through the grapevine. I haven't seen the footage.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. It's out there somewhere. I think it's in the archives.
People were talking about it quite a bit.
I can show. I mean, listen, I haven't done comedy in a few years. I can show you a little bit if you want.
Oh, we would love to see it. Yeah.
Ah! Oh, I'm about to get a wedgie. Ah! Oh! Oh, that really hurts. Oh, who did that? So, let's just say Bjorn freaked the fuck out when I did
Really?
that. Yeah.
You know, what I love about that bit is how you can tell the character is letting us in on the joke by telling us he's about to get the wedgie. And it just doesn't start in the middle like some bits or sketches.
Yeah.
It gives you a little bit of preamble, which I love.
Well, there was even a bit more to it that I actually had to cut out for time, but I can actually show you kind of how it originally went.
Oh, please.
Yeah, let's see the original.
Where is that bus? What the? Another cancelled bus. I guess I'll get a taxi. Taxi! Hey, how you doing? Just down the road, please. Thank you so much. This is great. Thank you. Just card. Can I pay with card? Amazing. Thank you so much. Great. Thanks a million. See you soon. Oh. I'm about to get a wedgie now. Ah! Oh! Duh! My underwear! Ah! Oh, that hurts it all. Duh! Oh, thank God that wedgie's over. Taxi? Hey, how you doing? Just try to go home. Could you just bring back the way we came? That'd be great. Thanks so much. Yeah, this is perfect. Thanks so much. A card? Can I have a card? Amazing. Thank you so much. Good. Thanks a million. See you soon. Oh, no, I have to get a wedgie again. So that was the full uncut thing.
Wow.
Obviously a bit long. Had to be
Amazing.
shortened down for time.
Wow.
But
Wow.
when I did that in my audition, Bjorn actually picked up a writer who was sitting next to him and just started beating the shit out of him. Yeah.
Wow.
He was so angry how funny it was.
He was annoyed that he'd been doing comedy for all these years and had never stumbled upon that himself.
It's a really good reaction because I didn't get any laughs in mine. A couple chuckles. But
I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard he doesn't laugh in most of it. He didn't laugh in mine, but he did beat this poor writer's senses. So,
wow.
Amazing.
What a great audition. And you did also, I have seen this. Your first week on, You had a Cahal, the overly appreciative sheep farmer.
Huge. Yeah. Really big for me. It was great to get something on.
One of my favorite things about that is how every couple lines you'd look straight down the barrel of the camera.
Yeah, they didn't like when I did that. I was told multiple times, please just read the cards and don't look like that's not the kind of show this is. I'd never seen the show beforehand, so I didn't know. I was only learning on the job.
Wow. I brought scripts. Could we do a little bit of this? TJ,
Yeah.
you'd be playing the part of Sheep 1.
Okay.
I'll be playing the part of Sheep 2, and of course, Ciaran, you'll be Cahal.
Great. Call. Amazing.
Yeah.
Great. Another day out on the field. I want to thank you, sheep, for hanging out with me.
Oh, we love this grass.
This actually means so much to me. Ever since Deborah left, I really needed this hang, and it really means a lot that you guys want to spend time with me.
Kevin,
You could do much better.
Really, you think? Better than Deborah, but she was my everything.
she never agreed to date you. It was all your doing.
What, sheep number one?
Deborah, she was never actually in a relationship with you. That was a fabrication in your mind.
Oh my god. So nothing is real? And my actions have actually no consequences?
And then there's a little stage description. Everything melts and gets all wavy like a 60s drug-induced haze at this point.
Oh, I don't feel so well. I shouldn't have eaten all that sheep poop.
What?
And
Kevin, he's eating our poop?
Sorry, sheep. That's how I roll. And scene. So I mean, as you can see, again, cut for time, which is annoying. But I think they put it on after the credits.
So they would show special sketches after the credits. Everybody at home would be watching live from the Apollo, the next show on, or for some people, the local news. But in the studio,
Sometimes they would mess up and do the news live from the Apollo.
That I love, because if you mess up the weather, the Sandman's gonna
The Sandman's gonna get you.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Scary stuff.
In more than two ways, because it's late at night, and so the Sandman can sprinkle that little dust, and you get sleepy.
I've seen it happen. It's awful.
You've seen it happen. Okay, yeah, it's really bad.
You've seen that happen.
Yeah, oh yeah. Listen, when you're backstage and the monitors are still on,
Ooh.
you can tell that this reference has reached out.
That's great. That's right. That's right. Monitors are all the way over there.
Big time. Yeah,
I love to hear that, Ciaran. Ciaran, best of luck on this new business stuff. Thanks for telling us some about your time at BAL. TJ, any last questions about Ciaran's time at BAL?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember, who was in your crew again? Who did you pal around with?
Oh yeah. Bob O'Malley. Do you guys know Bob?
Bob
Oh, of
O'Malley.
course,
Come
Bobby.
on.
Yeah.
Great
Robert.
writer. Robert, as he was known.
He would do
Yes.
somersaults around the writer's room.
He would. He was well known for also, if he did a somersault, he'd do one of these.
A little
And
moose
we would
head.
just laugh and laugh.
Yeah,
It
I
was so
love
fun.
that.
More
Yeah.
childish stuff, yeah.
Oh my god. He'd do one of these. Or whatever.
And this is a little taste of Ciaran's famous elastic face.
Yes.
Everybody loves your faces.
Yeah.
You still got it. If you're not using it, you have it.
That's
have
very
it.
kind. Thank you so much. I mean,
I'm a kind guy.
Well, yeah, no, I've actually noticed that. You seem great. It's been a real.
I'm the
delight.
kindest guy you'll ever meet.
Yeah, and I mean, listen. Well, yeah, okay, I suppose. Yeah, that's a strange thing for you to say about yourself, but
It's the most noble, heartwarming, humble guy.
well, I mean, you're saying you're humble, but yet you're kind of bragging about it, which would almost be Nah, listen, why am I?
If anybody asks me like what kind of pie I like, it's not going to be blueberry. It's not going to be
Raspberry?
apple. It's not raspberry. It's going to be humble.
Humble pie. Okay, interesting.
I don't think that's real pie.
Well,
Kind of a proverbial pie.
it sounds like you haven't had it.
Fair enough. And now it's time for my
on your
favorite
side.
segment, Rejected Weekend Bulletin Jokes.
These jokes didn't make the cut. These jokes got rejected. What the fuck? These jokes didn't make the cut. Fuck you, you don't know what's up.
Over the years, I wrote a lot of jokes that didn't get on Weekend Bulletin. So this is their chance to shine. Weekend Bulletin, you know, of course, is where you our fake news segment on Big Apple Live. People would read jokes on there about current events. These are old current event jokes that I wrote, and these jokes are back from the grave for us to give them a little life. So we're going to take turns reading some jokes. I'll read the first one here. The first Legoland in the U.S. has officially opened, with every attraction built out of plastic Lego bricks. The Lego Dragon and the Lego White House have been much more popular than the Lego toilet paper in the restroom. Ouch! Yeah.
I like that one. It's a visual. I can imagine it.
Yeah, that's right.
I can see it.
I wish it had gotten on. I don't know what their problem is. They're always taking our stuff out.
Yeah, that one might have been some sort of issue with promoting Legoland at the time. You know, that sometimes sponsors don't want to be made fun of.
That's true. That's quite true. Ciaran, would you like to read this next joke?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Let me hand you the card here. 1 second.
Oh, amazing. What do we have here? The 52nd Annual Film and Television Awards took place this weekend. They unfortunately interrupted every 5 minutes when a British police officer stumbled through the curtain and shouted, "What's all this dead in it?" Youch!
Youch was kind of my thing I was trying at the time.
Really worked. Really worked.
Thank you. I thought that really worked too. Now, over there in Ireland, do people care about the BAFTAs?
Oh, big time. They're a big event over here. People go crazy when the BAFTAs are on.
Because here, I got to say, most people don't know what a BAFTA is. Isn't that sad?
That is that is so sad.
They don't know Miss Marple. They don't know BAFTA. They could care less about Jonathan Ross.
Do you mean Jonathan Was?
Yeah, Jonathan Was. And with that quick wit, TJ, would you read us our next joke?
Sure, yeah. The Phantom Menace, the first new Star Wars film in over a decade, which is, as we know, a long, long time, hits theaters next week. With movie ticket prices as high as they are, you'd think by now we could afford some Star Peace.
Okay.
Now that one holds a special place in my heart. I love that one. As a big Phantom Menace head myself.
What a picture. What a great picture.
What a great picture. Gave us one of the greatest characters in cinema, Jar Jar Binks.
You love Jar Jar. Big Jar Jar.
I love Jar Jar. I wish, as Lore said, that Michael Jackson were to play him because he was in talks to play him originally.
Show on.
Really?
This is true. Yeah.
I had no idea. Wow.
Wow.
So can you imagine that portrayal of Jar Jar?
I actually can't. Would he still have been a CGI guy?
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Wow.
Do you think you would have
That's
sang
wild.
Happy Birthday Lisa in that one? And that would have really been him?
He would say, "Happy birthday, Misa."
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ciaran, would you like to read another joke?
Oh, I'd love to. That'd be great.
Let me give you a choice here. Would you like a joke about Harry Potter, a solar eclipse, or the world population?
Oh, it's gotta be a solar eclipse.
All right, perfect. Here we go. Let me get you that card coming through right now.
Okay, here we go. Next week, several major North American cities will experience a full solar eclipse. When asked for comment, the Sun replied, I love eclipses. It's the only time no one can see me, so I can finally pick my frickin' nose.
Ouch.
That's a cute one.
And it's relatable as well, because I mean, I've been there, I suppose. In a way.
Been there.
Yeah, just like TJ was saying with the son taking off the glasses in that famous sketch. He's a guy too. The son has his own feelings.
The son is a guy, and who else hasn't like hid behind someone to pick their nose? You know,
That's the
guilty.
We're all human here, guys.
We're human.
freaking lock me up, right? TJ, would you like a Harry Potter or a U.S. world population?
Give me the Harry Potter.
Give me the Harry Potter. That's what I say when I go to the barber and they give me a little scar on my forehead.
Ooh.
Here you go.
Oh, they don't cut your hair.
Nope, just a scar.
Next week, several major North American cities will experience a full solar eclipse. Wait a minute, this one seems
sorry about
familiar.
that. There we go.
The Prisoner of Azkaban is the latest novel in the hugely popular children's book series Harry Potter. Wow. How many books is that? 6? Pretty soon he's going to be more like Shaved Potter because he'll be so old he'll have to shave.
And that's true.
That is true. That's also relatable.
And if he ever does get old and he has to shave, they would have to change the name to Shaved Potter.
I think so. That was Bjorn. Bjorn told me his issue with this one.
Right.
It was that his buddy JK couldn't handle that. Couldn't handle the rebrand, and also a lot of people don't want to know this, but the head of the network is friends with Malfoy.
Oh,
Oh,
and Malfoy hates Harry Potter.
That's right. Yep.
Can I tell you one thing? When I worked on the show, I one day came into Lauren's office and he was punching a hole in the wall. He was furious, and I was like, "Bjorn, are you okay? Is everything okay?" And he said, "I made a horrible mistake many years ago. There was this great Harry Potter joke, and I let my own personal relationships get in the way of what really matters, which is the quality of the show. And I can't believe that I made them cut the joke." And then he picked up his office chair and just threw it through the window and said, "This responsibility is killing me."
Ciaran, are you freaking serious? Is that for real?
True. That's for real, man.
You saw a side of Bjorn that none of us saw.
He was weirdly open with me. Yeah. I don't know why.
Open and violent.
He showed me his violent side, but he'd also just be very, just honest about stuff that I didn't want to know. Mm-hmm. One day he came to me underneath the bleachers. You ever go underneath the bleachers when the sketch is on?
Oh, always, yeah.
Very
so
cool place to be.
So cool. Used to make out there, yeah.
You see, used to make out there.
Well, as a high school student.
You were in SNL. You were in BC. You were in the show.
Yeah.
Wait, you're in high school?
I was for a brief time as like an extra, but also I just loved to hang out the studio, growing up,
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of
crazy.
people don't know TJ was friends with Bjorn's nephew.
Right.
Yes. That's sort of how I got my start into the show. I did open mics in the basement of the building in the basement of the building where they shoot the show and
30 block?
Yes.
Yeah, 30
Really?
block. Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
But anyway, you were saying you were at the bleachers.
Oh, I was under the bleachers and Bjorn comes up to me and he whispers in my ear, "I just took the biggest shit of my life." And I didn't even wipe that much. I was like,
No.
Bjorn, come on. There's a line here. Come on. And he goes, sorry. And then the following
He said
night,
sorry is good. That's good.
he was like, "I'm really sorry. I crossed the line there." 7 days later, we're doing the show again, and he goes, "I did it again." And I was like, what? And he goes, "Took a shit." This time I wiped a bit more, but didn't wash my hands.
He held up his hands like that
That's
when he
awful.
said it.
I would have loved a bit less candor from Bjorn, to be honest.
Oh, God.
Wow,
Seriously.
that's Russell Brand behavior.
Yeah, but we're good friends.
Oh,
So
okay,
it's
good.
okay.
Good.
It reminds me of my friend in Dublin, Molly, just saying the weirdest stuff. It's so shiny. She was so shiny.
I think you were talking to a statue, Billy.
I got to agree, just the most statuesque of women.
No, but is it like a literal, like not a?
You won't. Let me ask you this.
It reminds me of this other guy who I talked to recently on one of my trips, where he was sort of deep in thought, almost sitting like if he was on the toilet. He was sort of like,
sitting. Can't be a statue. Can't be a statue. Sitting.
No, statues can't sit. I don't know where you're getting this idea that statues can't sit. I think you're talking about the thinker.
He was thinking. I did pick up on that.
Yeah, that's a statue as well. That's not a person. That's a inanimate object.
Oh, I did visit that guy. This is going to sound weird, but I was with Bjorn at the time. We took a little vacay, and we visited the Louvre. And I shouldn't tell this because this will embarrass Bjorn, but I gotta say, Ciaran, you're not gonna believe it, but we're looking at this fellow, the thinker, TJ's friend, and Bjorn whispers in my ear, "I just took a huge shit." And I'm like, why are you telling me this? And he goes, "Hey, more like the stinker."
Oh, that's so Lauren.
Wow.
Bjorn, I mean.
It's also like Lauren. It's like Lauren and it's like Bjorn.
Wow.
That's fucked up.
Here's the final joke of this segment. The U.S. world population has officially reached 6 billion this week. Okay, and my agent is seriously telling me none of those people would be interested in seeing an all-male remake of Sex and the City? I'm a freaking Miranda!
That's good.
Yeah.
Because I can totally see you as a Miranda.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sort of the truth and comedy of that joke there.
Yeah. And I mean, like 6 billion people, you only need one to be interested for it to be valid to make a show. Like, I mean, you don't need, like, one would do.
And that one, Bjorn, but he was not into it. He put on, when I pitched him this joke, he put on sunglasses and skateboarded away. He got cool.
Wow.
No way.
It shocked me.
And you guys are good friends, like.
We go on vacation together.
Yeah.
We do Martha's Vineyard every July.
Wow. I once tried to pitch Lauren an idea for a feature film. And while I was explaining it to him, he started playing a vinyl. He took a lot of care in setting up a vinyl and started playing music.
Wow.
And as I tried to speak louder to speak over the music, he just started dialing the volume up. And eventually I just gave up. And then he said, "Do you get the idea? I don't want to make your stinking movie."
Wow.
Oh,
really
it was intentional.
Rude.
Yeah,
Bjorn.
it was intentional, big time. He didn't want to hear what I had to say. And then like an hour later, I was under the bleachers and he came over and was like, "You won't believe what I just did." And I was like, "What?" And he went, "I greenlit your movie."
Whoa.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Shocking. I thought he was going to talk about poopy.
So did I. Honestly, so did I. So it was nice.
And now, of course, it's time. That was a great Rejected Weekend Bulletin jokes. Your guys' readings really helped bring these to life. Thank you very much. Now it's time for our penultimate segment, July's Funny Pages.
The comics make no sense because the title of the segment makes no sense. I can't follow any of this because I have notes and none of this makes sense.
Yes, this is July's Funny Pages. This is a part of the show where I, TJ Hunter's Cap, in honor of the month of July, read a comic strip. And Ciaran, you get a choice between three different... Do you have comics over there where you're from?
We
Funny
do have
Pages?
comics. Oh, big time. Yeah, we have a laugh over here.
Okay,
What's a
Yeah.
famous comic in Ireland? Do they have just the same
like
ones
the-
we have, or
The Beano? You just
What's
have the Beano over there?
What's that about? I don't know.
You know,
I know
like
it.
Dennis the Menace?
oh sure,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he'd be in the Beano. That's probably an English one more so, but it would come, I don't know if there's any real comics made in Ireland that are Irish, but we'd read the Beano, the Dandy.
no,
Don't know it.
Yeah, we don't have
That'd be
that
like
one.
the sister comic of the Beano.
I see. Okay, well, you got to choose between these three comic strips, and the way this works is usually in a comic strip there will be anywhere between 3 or 4 panels, and so I'll read the first few panels and then we'll go around in the circle and you both will try to guess what the sort of punchline to the setup that they're trying to make there.
Cool.
Okay, so the choices are Baby Blues, Pickles, or Garfield.
I think Garfield.
Wonderful. Okay, so just to give a little context for the listeners out there, can you describe who Garfield is?
Garfield would be like a cat that likes lasagna and likes. It has a owner called John.
Yes,
I want to say, and it always gets up to mischief. This little cat doing all kinds of things, and there's a dog involved. There's a dog that he doesn't get along with.
Yes, absolutely. Great sort of recap of Garfield's life there. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we have 3 panels here. And wouldn't you know it, there is a dog in these panels, but not the dog you just spoke of. A brand new dog. I've never seen this dog before.
Whoa.
So
Shit.
let me describe the dog for you. It's a big, brooding purple dog. And looks like he's chained up. And he looks mean. So the first panel, he's sort of staring right into Garfield's eyes. And Garfield, as we know, doesn't speak. He sort of just has thought bubbles.
Right.
At least that's the way it's portrayed. It's written that way. So he's thinking morning.
Okay.
So that's the first panel. Second panel, they're still staring at each other. And then we see little speech bubbles coming from all over the big dog, the big purple dog. And they say, hi, hello, hey, yo, sup? Okay. There's one more panel left. Ciaran, would you like to guess what the final panel is?
So sorry. The speech bubbles are coming from people that aren't the dog.
They're coming from around the body of the dog.
Okay.
They're
interesting.
they're little small tiny speech bubbles.
And the first panel, who's talking in the first panel or thinking?
Garfield be thinking.
Garfield was
Right.
thinking in the first panel. Yep.
Garfield be thinking.
Yeah.
I think this dog has a thing where you have to say good morning to it or it'll get angry. So I think the third thing is going to be this dog saying, that's more like it.
Nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good guess.
That's more
Okay,
like it.
Billy, let's hear your guess.
I think it's going to be Garfield looking smug, straight down the barrel, kind of a Ciaran move. Straight down the barrel of the camera, and he's going to be going, I'm not saying good morning to your fleas.
Wow. Okay. And can I just say both great guesses?
Yeah? Are we both right?
But you're both wrong.
Oh, come on.
But Billy, you're the closest.
I don't like being close. I like being right, but thank you.
You're the closest. Okay, so this is what the panel is. Garfield thinks, still have those fleas? And then the dog says, you think?
You think. You think it's a knockout.
So you were so close, but
close.
Let's get to the comments of the comic strip. This is another sub-segment of this segment where I read the comments on the comic. In Rocker 55 says, funny fleas, who knew?
Cogent analysis.
Great analysis. Great point.
I didn't know.
Yeah. RB says, if a flea is frightened, will it flee? Just wondering.
Wow. Is she playing
Great.
this game? This is good. That was a good third panel.
And finally, Edmund Graham says, I'm surprised Garfield isn't putting as much distance between himself and those fleas as possible. It's true, they're pretty close to each other.
Great point. Yeah.
Kind of like
Anyway,
Because a cat can probably get fleas as well, right?
I would think so, yeah. But again, I'm not an animal expert. I don't know if those were, there are only dog fleas that only will live on dogs, and there are cat fleas that only live on cats. I'm not sure.
it's kind of freaking me out, this question, like whether we can get fleas or like, you know what? I should probably talk to my mentor about it next time I'm in Chicago. I'll talk to my mentor.
Who's that?
It's a big shiny guy. Some people say he's bean-shaped. He's a big bean-shaped, shiny guy.
Are you talking about the bean?
I know him.
Yeah.
You think he's a guy?
Beanie.
That's just the bean.
No,
the
it's
Chicago
Beanie.
bean.
What do you mean, Chicago bean?
You're talking about a statue that's just a big sculpture.
Ciaran, Boston's the bean city, not Chicago. So this guy, he's a guy, he hangs out in a park. A lot of people take pictures with him. They look at him really close. They can see their own face. But to me, he's my mentor.
You know, my mentor is sort of a world traveler, doesn't really speak much. He also is very elastic with his face. Sometimes he'll make sort of noises like that.
Is this Rowan Atkinson's character from
No,
Rat
it's
Race?
Mr. Bean.
Oh, Mr. Bean. Great. He is also a world traveler. That's true.
Yeah.
Do you know who my bloody mentor is? Do you know who my
Who's your bloody mentor?
Who's your bloody mentor?
I'll tell you my bloody mentor is, guys. Flipping an actual bean.
Kidney? Baked?
Yeah.
Oh,
Baked
kidney.
bean.
Oh, baked bean.
bean.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and you love the sauce.
Oh, let's just say the sauce gets drank. If I'm having beans on toast, there won't be a crumb left.
Beans on toast, a classic Irish snack. Now, are people really eating beans for breakfast, or is that for tourists?
If I had all the money in the world, I would have beans for breakfast. I'd have a big bean breakfast.
That was your big song. If I had all the money in the world, I'd have beans for breakfast.
Yeah, this is a great hit. Yeah, my foray into the musical world.
Yeah, hardcore hip hop. Don't try to sneak that past us. A little plug for your big hit
little
song.
plug for your hit.
I know. It got to number 1.
Yeah.
So
I think that the feature from Ghostface helped. The feature from Ghostface Killer.
I didn't think that would work, but it did. They love beans as well,
Yeah.
which was great.
Beans for breakfast. I got platinum necklace. Ghostface, he can't stop. He's so good.
And the thing is, it's true. Like, I mean, I think we both bonded over. I had the lyrics written down, and I was in a diner having a few beans, and who was sitting at the booth across from me? But
Jimmy Fallon?
Jimmy Fallon, yes.
Wow. That was a
And he
wild
said-
Wow.
guess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know. You must have heard the story before.
Oh,
But
maybe I did.
He put me in touch with the people I needed to get in touch with to make this a reality. So
That's amazing. Yeah. Were you able to tell that it was Jimmy Fallon by just hearing the echoes of laughter through the diner?
he was laughing a lot, but also he was wearing a T-shirt that said, "I'm Jimmy Fallon" on it.
That's handy.
That's
And then in smaller writing, from TV.
From TV. Just in
'cause
case.
I was like, Jimmy Fallon? Who's that? Is that my cousin?
My cousin
But no,
Jimmy
from TV.
fell on the carpet. So is that who this is? Oh, from TV. Oh, from
I was
TV.
asking him. I was like, "Are you?" Oh, and then I got a good look at his T-shirt. So
you think a
all
lot
thing.
of people out in the world are related to you, huh?
I just assume they are. Yeah, I think that's a kind of a thing I have in my own head, a preconceived notion that everyone I meet will be like a cousin or something.
On that track, on Beans for Breakfast, you're constantly calling Ghostface your uncle and saying, and your cousin Raekwon.
Yeah, and every time they're like, just to be clear, like in the song, they have to correct me. We didn't cut that out.
Yeah, you didn't cut that. There's a lot of spoken corrections.
A lot of back and forth. Tensions in the studio made it into the song.
Well, I'll say this. I think just being part of that collaboration with those two makes you part of the Wu-Tang family. So in a way, you are related to them.
Wow.
Your words, not mine.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. Look at, it's a great thing, and I never thought the beans would get me in a clan. The Wu-Tang clan.
Yes, absolutely.
But
is that why
here we are.
your Twitter handle used to be Ciaran the cooking stuff guy? Not the chef, but kind of the Ciaran the cooking stuff guy?
Yeah. I changed it. I had to change it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it was the whole thing.
Well, that was July's Funny Pages, a great round.
Yeah, all that was part of that segment. Thank you, everybody, for checking that segment out.
And now it's time for our final segment, the plugs. Now, Ciaran, anything you would like to plug?
Oh boy. Listen, if you need a luxury condo, don't go to Dave's condos. They are just normal new builds. If you want a condo with a bit of character, with a bit of sadness in the walls, you want a former orphanage. You need to know that like life is sad.
Wow.
And so you can appreciate the luxury condo that you have. And you get a free boy with it.
God,
so.
that's despicable. It's just so you're selling children with condos. This is really, really rough stuff, Ciaran.
I just want to make a load of money.
That's been
And
clear, yeah.
Let's just say, who do you think my first customer was? But Bjorn Bleichels.
Wow.
So, yeah. So
Your first
maybe-
customer.
First customer.
He does love ghosts, so maybe he's hoping it's haunted.
I think he hasn't been back. It's kind of gone to ruin. But let's just say, pretty happy customer he was. So I recommend if you're ever in Dublin City, grab yourself a former orphanage.
Oh, there was one of those next to one of my Dublin buds. Big, tall, really, really tall guy I met over there. Pointy.
Are you talking about the Spire? You're talking about the Spire?
Yes, Spire. That's his name.
Yeah, no, he's not a guy. That's a big spike in the middle of the city.
Is he the guy that's related to the guy in Seattle who I met?
Yes.
Sort of also a pointy guy, big tall guy.
But
You're talking about sculptures. These are not people. These are.
Spires.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Really?
Spire.
These are not people.
Person. Spire taught me how to use moisturizer.
The Spire taught you how to use moisturizer?
I was really dry.
How did the Spire, a sculpture in the middle of the city, teach you how to use moisturizer?
I got up real close and I was talking about my face itching, and he recommended snail emulsion from Korean beauty stores.
Didn't you get arrested when you were in Dublin?
A couple times.
Well, if we're just talking about like grooming, my buddy, he sort of helped me figure out like a new grooming routine to kind of shave my facial hair. He's sort of like a purple dragon. You know this
Your
guy?
buddy's a purple dragon?
Yeah, he's a little purple dragon.
What?
Like, it kind of looks polygonish.
Again,
Spyro. Spyro is his name.
That's
Spyro.
a video game guy.
Look,
What?
if there's one thing we take away from all of this, it's that Billy was involved in January 6th riots. And
That's weird. I was in DC on January 6th. That's weird that you say that.
You're piecing it together right now.
And I do love that band Riot.
Surely
Weird.
those don't okay.
I don't think that means anything. Ciaran, I also wanted to ask, I know you are a big fan of your nephew, Ross McCarney. Such a funny comedian. In Dublin, no less.
yeah,
He's
a real guy.
Yeah, he's a real guy.
And you are related to him.
Yes, in a real way.
Yeah, I don't think he
Much like the
likes
Wu-Tang
being
Clan.
related to you. maybe.
He is trying to distance himself.
Yeah.
He's changed his name.
Yeah.
He's gone to every effort to distance himself from me. But listen, that won't stop me from hunting him down.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
if we are interested in following Ross McCarney, where might we find his stuff?
Well, he's on bloody Instagram.
Now, is that a different kind of Instagram than regular Instagram? Bloody Instagram? Is that a different
Bloody
kind?
Instagram is like it's like Instagram for terrorists.
Oh
So-
no, he's on that.
Yeah,
He's on bloody
that.
Instagram.
He's on bloody Instagram.
At Ross McCarney, I think, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and he does a lot
Again,
of.
I'm not him, so yeah.
Is there like a comedy channel of stuff where you might find his stuff as well? It seems like.
Yeah. Oh, Joe.e.
Yeah.
Stuff for Joe.e. Yeah. That's a good place to go.
It's a good place to go. It's funny stuff.
It's a great thing. It
taught me a lot about my buddies, Molly and the
Sounds
Spire.
good.
Just chowing down on another banana, TJ.
I think it sounds good.
A second banana?
Ciaran,
I just love bananas.
That's fair enough. Listen,
This guy's
it's 11
always
a.m.
eating
over there, right?
yeah.
Oh, got us prime banana time, guys.
That's right. It's prime banana time. It's 8 p.m. over there and looking still light outside.
It is. I think it gets darker a bit later over here, possibly.
That's
What's up
very
with
much
that?
later.
Now, what's up with that?
Well, I'll tell you all about it. The government are in cahoots with the sun, and let's just say the sun doesn't like it when you take a sunglasses, as you may know, TJ.
That's true.
That's not true.
So, well, listen,
That's not true.
try and take them off him, and then we'll see.
Don't get in my head
But,
with that. A lot of people are trying to get in my head with this stuff, and it's led me down some dark paths before, and I don't want to go there again.
Well, maybe if you just stop getting so close with statues, I feel like the police would be a bit more chill around you.
That's true. I do keep getting arrested. Ciaran, it's been such a joy having you on the show. What an incredible time. You seem like you've headed down a dark path as well, and I hope you find your way out. Maybe get back to comedy and out of selling children and their places.
Yeah, it seems like you've decided to go in a path that none of us would have ever wished upon you, and it feels like it's hurting you on the inside, and you're sort of putting like a facade.
You've become sort of...
debatable.
You sound like a child napper from Dickensian times or something. Like just a real evil rich man.
Look, do I have a net that I use to catch stray orphans? Maybe. But how else are you meant to catch them? They're so small.
Maybe just let them live their lives.
No. No. It's got to be a better way. But I'll keep working on it. Maybe a comedy show could attract the... Maybe, there's got to be a better way. Listen, I'll keep working on it. Who knows? Maybe I'll go back to comedy someday. But in the meantime, I am making a killing here off of these kids.
Well, thanks, everybody. Thanks to our musical guest, Coldplay. Have a good night. We'll see you next week.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, give me a hug. Oh, my God. That was so good.
Oh, yeah. Give me a hug.
Crushed
Here.
it.
Give me a hug. Wow.
Oh, man. When you're talking about your orphanages, I didn't want to say this, but I could be interested in... They can't hear us now, but I could be interested in investing.
Amazing.
Yeah, I would love to just, get one of those free kids.
Yeah, oh God, you just want the kid? We do a deal on kids if you want just one of the free kids.
I'm trying to work on this new film script where I'm playing a dad, so I want to do some,
Absolutely.
work on that, some...
Totally.
Yeah.
And I did want to say this earlier on, but I was also at the January 6th riots.
Well, you were there. Oh, give me a hug.
think
Oh, my
I saw you
God.
there. Yeah.
Is that...
I flew over just for that.
Those were riots?
Well, I guess so. I think people are calling them riots, yeah.
To me, I just kind of got swept up in this whole idea that we were supposed to be there. I don't know. I just kind of followed the crowd, and
Yeah.
I ended up making a friend.
I wasn't sure exactly what happened, but my sense of time, I don't know if you picked up on that, is a little wacky.
We did.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, a little bit.
So I was
That's
actually
super clear.
I was there on January 7th, so I missed everything.
Okay, good night.
Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. Guys, you guys are gas.
Live from the Big Apple is fully improvised in front of a live studio audience. Just kidding.
TJ Hunter's Cap was played by me, July Diaz, and you can follow July, that's me, over at July is the Future on Instagram and anywhere you are online.
Billy Rockwell was played by Ben Castle, which is me. You can follow Ben on Instagram at Ben Castle, BenCassil, where he posts about upcoming improv shows and improv workshops.
Be sure to rate Live from the Big Apple on your podcast app of choice, and make sure you tell a friend to listen, please.
You can follow us on Instagram at Big Apple Live, and follow us on YouTube for full video episodes at LFTBA Podcast.
And if you have any questions about Big Apple Live or want any life advice from Billy and TJ, email us at livefromthebigapple@gmail.com. Stay tuned for more
Live
from the Big Apple.
Apple. Big live from the Big Apple. It's pretty good.